My bad, chat. The moment I actually like unmute myself, I started coughing. I need. Where are my cough drops? Anyways, I am back. We are basically ready. By the way, chat, tell me if the internet fails me. I hope it doesn't. It's been well so far. But welcome back, chat, to the SCG2022. I said it again. I've said it many times. It's about to get better. And it always gets better. Now, if you guys are new here, this is SCG, meaning Slayer Challenges game. This is a charity marathon. No damage charity marathon, where we raise funds to a good cause. Okay, so today's fundraiser, or this month's fundraiser, is actually Doctors Without Borders, or Medicine Sans Frontières. I think I said it right. I'm trying my best, but in short, it's MSF. So MSF is an independent medical humanitarian organization that delivers emergency aid to people affected by armed conflicts, epidemics, malnutrition, natural disasters, and exclusion from healthcare without regards to race, religion, or political affiliation. And on any given day, in over 72 countries, more than 45,200 individuals representing dozens of nationalities assist people caught in crisis around the world. They are doctors, nurses, logistics experts, administrators, epidemiologists, I said it right this time, laboratory technicians, mental health professionals, and others whose work is guided by humanitarian principles and medical ethics. MSF is a team. MSF's medical team conducts evaluations on the ground to determine a population's medical needs before opening the program, aiming to fill existing gaps or reach neglected communities, which is kind of awesome if you ask me. If you want to see more, you can check their website in the chat by typing !MSF site, just so you can see their legitimacy and know what they're up to. There's a lot of great stuff and info in there if you guys want to get informed. I will be reading donations as the event goes on, so please help support a great cause by donating. And like I said, I will be reading donations. I like reading donations, so bring them to me, my people. Okay? And with that, chat, it is time for the first run of the day. Please join me in welcoming the first run of the day. Aragami no hit, done by DcValco. Valco, the floor is yours, my friend.
Hello, everyone. Nice to be here. Thank you for inviting me, Matej Blasti, to sign up for this event. It's the first time I'm doing something like this, so not gonna lie, pretty nervous. So the first two chapters are pretty easy to go through. Mandatory tutorial. I find it a little bit annoying because every time I play I have to do this part, but that's fine. Usually I'm a little bit impatient, so if anyone would ever do this run on their own, I definitely recommend looking for your own things, because while some things are very efficient, others could be done definitely more safe. I chose to do a new game to do this run on, because if you enter the game you can just do all missions again with all the skills unlocked and stuff, but I figured it's more fun if I have less options to do stuff in the beginning, and also to go after each skull. The skulls are the skill points in this game. So we'll be collecting those as we go on. Right, that was the first level. I think that was the status side. It's been a while since I tried anything else. So, also part of the reason, no, not part of the reason. I choose not to bring any skills from a previous game playthrough, but to be honest, it's totally fine if you do, because it gives you a lot of options. You're pretty free to go and go to any level the way you wish to go to it. So it's definitely a fun way to change things a bit.
Valco, can you lower the game volume a little bit whenever you can?
Sure. Is this good? So here we are just sneaking by some wow. Sorry about that. Here we are just sneaking by some guards, and we're actually on our way to get our second skill point. We're going to save up some before we buy anything, because we are going to straight up save up to the skill that lets us see any skull in any map, just so that I don't forget any, which I definitely would without that. Maybe this is a bit too silent. Hold on. Actually, gotta be careful here, because this guy could be around the corner, so if you're not fast enough, you might just straight up run into him. But if you go up on this supporting pillar thing, you should be fine. Just a little bit of parkour. You don't actually need these middle pieces, which by the way start to break when you stand on them. But if you aim it a bit right, you should not need them.
Actually, we can't hear it that much now. A little bit higher.
Yeah,
I apologize.
It's fine, it's fine. Let's just see. Is this better?
I think that's perfect.
Okay, fantastic. So this is a pretty safe way to go up, and you still get to see where this guy is, because this top guy walks on the path right in front of me, so you gotta, that way you don't get into his line of sight, keeping it entirely safe to go that route. And it's also way faster than just walking your way up and trying to kill them or teleport past them. Oh yeah, okay. Almost forgot where to get my skill points. Here I save up some of my stamina, which you can see right away on the cape that you have on your back. The more light is in it, the more stamina you have to teleport. Oop. Almost messed that up. And that's the end of the second chapter. So as I said, it's very straightforward. These aren't that complicated yet. The next one is already going to bring more depth to it, which is very nice. I actually need to be way more careful here, because I've screwed this up so many times before. Not as much as some of the other levels, so should be fine. this is the last skull we need. Now I'm going to spend some. With this I can mark enemies, so I can constantly keep their location and can see their location as long as I'm close enough. And the second skull that I bought is the one that when I look at my objective like this, I can also see where all the skulls are in the map. It's definitely, if you want to use all skulls in your playthrough and you want to upgrade them to the max, I definitely recommend getting that one first, because some of the skulls are really well hidden, at least in my opinion. So again, this is I think one of the most efficient ways to go through this, and with not that many points at which you can get spotted. You can just teleport past this guy. I'm going to mark him and this guy for when you need to return, because we only need to be here to pick something up, and of course the skill points. There's usually a guy around the tree. You can see him between the two tombstones there. And we're going to wait till he passes so that he doesn't see us, because otherwise he almost all the time sees us. Right. Just go like this. Can just walk by these two. Make sure I can do this. You can just turn. They won't hear it here. This is basically a little bit outside of the map. That's how I see it. This is one of the more well hidden skill points, I'd say. Ooh, I always forget that guy there. Another skill point right here. We're lucky that's pretty easy to hide here. So in most places you probably won't have any problem to get out of sight quickly, but just keep in mind that the amount of stamina you have. Definitely important. Yes, you can just skip this bit where you distract them by just teleporting past them. It's not necessary. But we will actually use a distraction from time to time. Like, in a bit we'll use it in this level as well. Oop. Oh, it's not too... But well, since that happened, I can do this. So this is where I use the distraction. They'll go there, and I can just teleport between these shadows and get the skill point entirely safe. Not very likely anyone catches you here. The only way they do is if they actually stand there and then you touch them or you make some noise one way or the other. Oop. I don't have enough stamina there, so that's why that didn't go as planned. So I'll just go here first, because here there is another skill point as well. We can just go through here towards the spot I was trying to get to. Whoa! Oh, that was not part of my plan, I'm not gonna lie. Well, this way is clear then. So there's still this guy, and there's two guys over here. Gonna wait a little bit, because this guy is going to patrol back and forth between this place, and we want to get that skill point. It's not bad if we miss one skill point, because there's one that's in a pretty easy spot to get, but if we miss two, I don't know where the last three are actually, so I don't even know if it's safe to get her, so we'll do them without the last upgrade, if that's the case. I think we got everything we wanted. Yeah, no more skulls available. Ah, by the way, these shrines, there you can restock your skulls. Yeah, your skulls have two uses. They'll be indicated, and you will see that in a bit. But for now, we just make a clean getaway. Wait till this guy comes back here, so you can teleport behind him again. And you can just pretty much run to the exit. There is one last guard, but that's not a problem either. You can just run past that guy. Like this, you can just run at him, he'll be like, what? And you're gone. Next level is I'll actually use skills for the first time, and even then it's actually only one. So it's kunai you can throw. You have two charges, so the circle in the middle of with the big kunai that shows ability you're currently using, and the two blue orbs below it are the uses that you have left for that. You can get uses back from a Shine Maker set, or once you unlock it, you can use a Shadow Kill to actually regain a usage on the ability you currently have equipped. So you can constantly keep restocking so long as you have enemies to Shadow Kill. There's also one of the more well hidden ones. I completely missed it in my first two playthroughs of this game. And this is also a straightforward path, but don't pay attention to any of the enemies. Well, a little bit, so you don't jump into them. But it's not like they're much of a danger right now. You actually need to be careful, because the archer can see you pretty easily in this part. It's just a little bit strange compared to how close you can sometimes get to some of the other parts, but it's not good. Okay, so you can actually also see that the mark I use on the enemies is white now, but once they're alerted, it can turn yellow or red. If they've actually seen you, it becomes red, and then if they've spotted you but they don't know for sure yet if you're there, it will become yellow. So pretty straightforward. Here's another skill point, which should be, yeah, so far all skill points at this level. Here for this part you need to wait till you have all your stamina, because you'll need to jump pretty fast, and these pillars also collapse when you stand on them. And it's fine if you have just a bit too little, but I think if you need to wait too long to regain all your essence, you'll end up falling down. I haven't actually fallen down yet, but why take the risk? I need some more stamina. Which, oh yeah, I probably didn't say that, but you regain stamina while you're in shadows. While you're in bright lights, you lose it. And when you're just a normal light like this, it stays the same. We need to wait a little bit. This guy is going to be in our way sometimes, so we'll mark him already. This is the sort of secret back entrance. Here's another skill point, but this time we're not here just for the skill point. There's actually a barrier which you need to disarm. It's that barrier over there. And there's still one skill point left. This one is also one I tend to forget, because it's actually totally out of my way. I don't actually need to be there except for that. Oh, I shouldn't have gone there. Yeah, I need to be patient as well. I've been spotted here quite a few times before. and this guy can be annoying. There's the last skill point of this level, and then after that we're going to bring down the bridge, and then that's the end of this level as well. No, that's not. Ooh, no, that's not good. Okay, I didn't expect that to happen. I'll need it anyway in the next chapter, so I'm just going to unlock this already. This allows you to go invisible, and the upgrade makes it so they can't hear you while you're invisible. How long you stay invisible is indicated by the amount of stamina that's left, and once you come out of invisibility you also automatically have full stamina. So it's actually also useful if you just need more stamina and you don't want to wait, or you can't wait, which is also a possibility, and in some areas it actually is like that. But it was not too much of a problem. This next level, the beginning, and this is, in this case it's also the ending, can be the toughest part, just because it's easy for them to spot you here if you're not careful enough, which describes me. I'm often not careful enough. As you noticed, just last level, I need one. Wait, can I not? Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten the update down. Because normally I kill this archer and I make his body disappear, but I have a skill point too little for that. So I'm going to have to get past him a different way. Well, we'll improvise, I guess. I have this now, so I can just do this. Stay invisible for long enough, I can just run past them instead of sneaking past them. It's also pretty effective. But be careful, because this guy will see you pretty easily if you go a bit too far. As usual, you can actually just go past your problems most of the time. Also, annoying part will be later when we get over there. So, if you're not careful, you can easily fall into the water over there, and falling into water in this game is the same as dying, because you can't swim with your current body. Get some stamina back, so because I used too much too fast. That will not take the rest of him seeing me run this way, so I'm killing him for security reasons, I guess. This guy up. That was the wrong guy. It doesn't matter. Just go up here. You can also go from the top, it doesn't really matter the way you go. You'll end up over here anyway. There are a lot of moving guys in this section, so definitely be careful of that. You can go to here, but there are a lot of guys that way, so I don't really recommend it. And these guys also move around, so I'm also marking them to keep an eye on them. So there's another guy over there. There's the guy that you saw in that doorway as well. And then in this area there's also 2 guys, I think. So we need to break another orb so we can continue. There are a lot of, I guess, light shields or barriers around here. And so we need to break all those orbs to shut those down. And over here for another skill point. It's actually right next to the orb we just broke, but the only way to get in is through this little coal hole. This area's been cleared. Here, those are not, usually I don't really use it, but considering I messed up a little bit, it's handy to keep those abilities at hand. Those two aren't really a problem. These 3 shouldn't be either. You just gotta watch where the archer is. He's over there. So what I'm going to do is wait, because the left side is the easiest side I think to go up. If the archer isn't there, then no one is looking in that way. You don't even need to kill anyone. Just don't forget to come up here to grab this skill point, and then you can go down in the cave. There's a lot of guys here, but there's also only the need to kill 1, and that's also just for security reasons. And he's in a bad spot right now to kill him, so I'll have to wait a bit. Actually, I can look this now, so I can't kill him. I forgot. And now his body disappears, no need to worry about them spotting that anymore. I'm marking this guy just so that I don't forget that he's there, though I shouldn't normally do that. Now his position is quite handy because we need to go back to this part again. And if he's close here, it's a little bit more difficult to get back. But not that much more. Just got to be careful that he isn't walking this way. And this guy can't see you. He's just too far for that. I'm gonna sneak up behind this guy. Just teleport like this, no worries. And that's why I killed this guy, because then we can just easily run past here and out into the open world. Just need it up here for another skill point. Grab some of that shadow essence back to stamina, and then we can go like this. And this is a part that's a bit annoying sometimes, so you need to get up on this, so you make shadows. And now you need to make shadows here, and you need to get on top, but if you miss, there's a chance you fall in the water. And which I've had quite a few times when I was doing this for the first few times. And you can just drop down here in the shadows. Also be careful, because if you can again drop down into the water and die, which is not ideal. Now we wait a little bit, because I was a bit slower than usual, so I have to read that out. Yes. Now we just go down here, and we don't even need to fight these guys. Just go down here and voila. There's no problem. Get some more shadow essence here, because we're going to need that, make that jump. I can ignore the pretty lady, because that's not what we're interested in. Okay, so there's another skill point behind here. should be... that's all of the skill points in this level. So all we gotta do now is get back to the beginning. Distract these guys because we want to turn off that off. Can teleport from here, so it's safe. As long as you don't accidentally step out of the shadows, there shouldn't be a problem to go through that. And here there's that guy, but usually they don't even spot me, except for that little bit because I was out in the open. Yeah, not in the open. And then there's this. Because of the lights, they will probably see you in there. But as a general rule, I try to avoid being into the bright lights because, as I said, it drains your stamina. Right now I'm just killing this guy because I don't want to go to the part where I sneak past them. Which is sometimes annoying because with a bit of bad timing you need to wait quite a while before you can actually pass. I need to just go here and take down this orb, and then it's just straight up back to the beginning of this level. I must forgot that these guys are here. But I guess they don't know there's a thing. Back up here, and we're actually going to take a different route than we took to get down here in the first place. I mean, I already took a bit of a different route, but we took the left side. But if you took the right side to go back, then you don't even notice that there are enemies over here. And it's just in one spot, I think, but if you can get up here straight away, so there's also no risk of them seeing you. And I can just teleport here. You don't even need to be careful anymore because you can just teleport up here and then you're out of the level. Well, I mean, stay careful. If you're trying to run, still stay careful. If you don't try and run, also stay careful because why take the risk of dying? But generally, it should be fine. Okay, this is one of the most interesting levels, I think. There's going to be a lot of going on, and you can do it in a lot of ways. You can go very fast, you can go very slow, you can go stealthy, you can just go all out. There's a lot of options here. In this first part, you don't even need it to be this big actually, because there's literally nothing there. There's a little bit of catacombs that I think is very nice. It's also fitting considering this is a mausoleum. I think it was a mausoleum at least. Here, don't need to be careful, but there's usually no one watching that. To go up here. There might be an archer watching this call, but this time we were lucky and wasn't watching. He saw me because I was walking into the light for a bit. But it's fine because now we don't even need to go back there. So we're going to need to disable 4 barriers, all marked by an element, but the elements themselves don't really do much according to the playstyle itself. It's just the areas are different, and they different architecture, a different amount of enemies or kind of enemies. But they all have one thing in common, and it's just they all have one skill point, and 2 orbs, one to break the barrier around the orb you want to break, and then another, that orb that you want to break. So that's not the safest way, but it's fast. But you can also just go where that guy is and then go through that room, and it's just safe, and you can also get under here. So for this part, I normally unlock it at here, the invisibility. You just go invisible, break this orb, go here, teleport up there, break that orb, activate it again, and you can just walk out of there. You don't need to concern yourself too much with the amount of uses you use, because outside of every area you can just find a shrine and you can replenish your skill uses there. Oop, it's not ideal, but it's fine. Right. Fire, that's the one I had the most struggles with, but once I found a way to go basically the cheese for this area, it's actually very easy. And it's difficult to screw it up as well. So there's actually two entrances up above. There's this one and there's this other one, which we are going to take because it's way faster to get to where we want to go. And also safer, because you need to cover less distance, and which means there's less cars that will see us. I jumped out of here, but actually need to be careful because there is a guy patrolling here, so it's only because I noticed he was going back upstairs. So we disable this off, and then jump out to this window and here we find the skill point of this part. And then we can just go back. Ooh, okay, I was not careful there. Normally you check, but I've been here too often, so I forget to check. Here as well, be careful, because sometimes they kill all of these guys, sometimes they kill no one. Right now I'm not going to risk it, I'm just going to kill him, and then I can just run away from this part. Got some ability uses, even though I didn't even use one. Doesn't matter of habit. So 2 more to go. The next one is the water one. That one should be fairly easy as well, I think. Well, this one and the air ones are the most difficult ones, I think. Because this one is very open, and the air one has a lot of people actually patrolling. The fire one, it feels way more condensed than the other ones, in my opinion. And then the earth one, which we'll see in a bit, actually it's like a stone pillar in the middle. Well, that's the feeling it gives. The ability I just unlocked shows where everyone is, plus the red cone which shows in which direction they are looking, and the upgrades makes it so they are all automatically marked as they are seen by this ability, which makes it a very convenient ability to be stealthy and to constantly know where your enemies are, so you know how to go through everything. Here's the skill point, and then here just do the same thing as in the air temple. We take out our invisibility and we just run towards the orb, break the orb and we run out. Even if the invisibility runs out before you make it, you generally will be fine still in this area. Okay, this now the earth area is the last one. I didn't mention that the fairy area is the only area you can start up above, and the air area you need to do it because you have no choice. But I always take the up area if I can, because it gives you a solid view of where everyone walks. That's at least close to the gate. I'm going to take this. This makes it so if you teleport to a ledge next to someone, it'll show red and you instantly kill them when you teleport up. And normally you don't fall down, it was just a bit of bad placement. Disappears body just to be sure, but normally none of the enemies should see him. I'm up here for this skill point, obviously. I killed this guy as well, just to be sure. I don't think I actually need to kill him. Or the older archer actually, but I usually do just to be safe and to be a bit faster. We don't run here because this guy walks here, but here we can run. We crouch a bit because now we need to do an aerial assault, which was part of the tutorial, but I ignored that part to just keep going. And here we're at the 2 orbs, so this is the first step to break the barrier. Now we just go up here. Here's the other orb. And then it's the same as the other ones. So we just run back, and at this point I activate invisibility so they don't hear me or see me. Teleport past this guy. Wait a bit because I don't have enough stamina and invisibility. And voila. Now the next part is a little bit tricky, and I hope I don't mess it up. So there's a pillar of light which will have a lot of beams coming out of it, which kill you on hits. And if you are fast, you can completely avoid them. Like they slowly come from down to up, and like this. No, listen. Okay, but I still completely avoided them. If you go fast enough, it's not a problem. If you don't go fast enough, you need to be really careful, and it's actually a tough spot to get to. I messed it up yesterday when I was playing this run again, just to be sure, and I messed it up. That was not very fun, but it was good to practice it in case I did it here, and I was too slow. This area is actually not very hard, you just need to stay hidden, because if you don't stay hidden, it'll make it quite a bit harder, because there are a lot of enemies in every area of this part of this level. Again, here we will actually make a lot of use of the invisibility. It's quite simply, it's actually the best ability because you can get to practically every point without being seen. So we grab this, so these people don't even know we're there. We can teleport here. Here we wait a bit because it's almost run out. And there are 2 archers up here. So we just go invisible again, teleport to this, and it's no problem. And here we can just replenish the uses. Cutscene, skip that. Teleport over here. And here we need to start being really careful. The other part was just pretty easy. So there's a chance there's a guy over here that sometimes comes for here, this guy. And the archer. We first take care of the archer because he has a good view. And if we stake along somewhere, then you might see it. That guy, yeah, that guy saw something happening, but he didn't see me, so it's fine. If I don't disappear the body of that archer, he will notice that. So that's definitely something to look out for. Okay, I don't have enough shadow essence. Right. So we don't go back up here. Yeah, I didn't say so, but there was a skill point there. And there's these 2 orbs you need to break to get through that area. So that's what we'll do. Just can easily do this. Gotta wait a little bit on this guy. I can just go past. That's not good. You make sure that guy normally doesn't see you. But once you pass that guy, you do go invisible. And now you can just run past here. There's this guy here, so be prepared to use a second invisibility if necessary, and then you can just go through here. Very easy. There's also a skill reuse shrine here, so a replenish. So in that regard, are also safe. This is a safe route, by the way. I used to do a different route that's way more to the back. But there's too much enemies you come across there, so it's easier and safer to just go this way. Was a bit too close to him, and he was just turning, so I hit him, so he immediately knew I was there. And we just got him. I don't actually need to vanish him because no one else comes on this floor. But it's a good habit to have, that if you have the time to vanish the bodies, just in case. Oh yeah, there's a skull pump down there as well. A fun fact about these orbs, something I only noticed quite far into playing this, like literally a few weeks ago, is that if you go invisible, you can just run through them. If you are not invisible and run through them, they activate and target you. And if you go invisible before they hit you, they just go through you and they go straight against straight forward and just explode on a wall or something, which is very useful. Which makes the invisibility also even more good, even better than it was without knowing that. And we also went all the way back here because it would be a hassle to try and get over a bridge. And here we can also actually just exploit the invisibility. Break this off because you need to get further ahead. But you need to be careful. Okay, this guy is not looking, so you can go past here very easily. I was into the light, that was the power on the screen for a bit. So just go invisible again here, because you can just run past these guys, and that's the end of the level. We are pretty far in the game, that's good. I was not paying attention to how far we actually are. There's another pretty big level with a lot of enemies. But yeah, we're going a bit high. Okay. So you need to be careful of this guy. This route is pretty good to go, but if you're not careful, you can easily be spotted by this guy. There's also not very much shadows here, so when you're pushing this guy, you gotta be careful as well. Also make sure the other guy isn't behind you, because if he was there, he likely would have seen me killing this guy. I'll just say if there's another skull point back here, which is the main reason we're over here. So he would have definitely seen the body if he didn't vanish it. If I'm impatient, I can just kill this guy as well, but you can just wait a little bit. I'm not sure, there's a guy that patrols past here sometimes. Yeah, I said that's fine. You can just go then. I was just watching the archer. Gotta be careful of the archer. I had enough time to do this, but sometimes it might be better to just wait till he's just turned his back. Just got this to be on the safe side. Can go over here. Got the skull. Gonna kill this guy again. It's not strictly necessary, but just in case. Because if I teleport there but I'm too close to him and I touch him, then we got a problem. Because if he gets enough time before you can start killing him, he will block your attempt to kill him, and then you're stunned, and then he kills you. So not only will you have to basically be hit by his parry, but I should have killed him first. That's messed up. Okay, first you need to kill this guy, and then you need to break the up. Almost forgot. I forgot it. Next we go up here. That's the best way to approach this. I've tried it in a few ways, but if you go from the other side, one of the archers tends to notice you. But this way, I'm not exactly sure why or how it works, because I've failed it and then I've tried it this way and the timing was different, but it still didn't seem like this. But regardless, this is safer than going around from over here to there. These guys can just teleport past them again. Yeah. We'll first go pick up this skill point. We can break that door and then go through that door, but then you have to kill that guy. And I prefer to go this way, because it's also more fun. We need to know that guy's location. We need to know where the archer is looking. He's looking right there. Okay, so we go up here. Doesn't. Okay. Need to be a little bit more careful so that guy can see you. And then we wait till this guy has passed. We go down. And then there's this guy guarding a skill point. You can just take the skill point, no need to kill this one. And just teleport out again. I can just go back through the tunnel. And then we just go for the last skill point in this area. I should have marked this guy, because as you can see it can be a bit of close call. I could have also used my ability to see him through the wall, but I didn't think of that. But I'll use it here because there are two people here guarding a skill point, and then we just use the invisibility again, so we can also go through this door entirely safely, grab a point and we can go back in here. We just go past this guy. And we have another use of invisibility left, so we can actually just use that and get out of here. Despite that little hiccup, it actually went pretty well. Right, so this is the first boss fight. Before the boss fight, of course, you're going to get another skill point. Just right here. Right. Okay. And now we can fight the boss. For the boss, there's going to be 6 guns with him. I recommend taking those out first, and then starting to go at the boss. It's a case of hitting him 3 times and then he's out. I do this too. This way also is already marked. I can mark him manually, not that it's a bother to do that, but it's handier. Also, no need to vanish these guys' bodies because they already know you're nearby anyway. So they aren't going to suddenly get more aggressive because there's a dead body. By the way, the captain will always be following you slowly because he can sense your location. Going to go to the other side and start taking care of the guns over there, because else I'll have to wait, and considering he's following me anyway. Going towards me. Probably won't be a bad idea to just go up here. I'll break this already. You need to break this to be able to attack the boss. I'm going to kill it. I'm actually going a bit slower on this than usual. Because I'm trying to be a bit careful. one more grunt. No, he's closer than I want him to be. But it's not necessarily a bad spot for him to be in. I can probably, yes, arrow. Next we're just going to be this. As I said, in game you can't attack him from above a second time, so now we're going to have to try for something else. One of the best ways to do that is actually a latch attack. So we just distract him to here, or well, attract his attention. If you do it twice, he should come running, and then once he's close enough, just go down and be ready. But threat, attack him. He will teleport to what they consider as a safe bot on the side you are on, but it's usually just close to the boss anyway, except when you do the final hit. And then we can actually just do a few things. You can't kill him with kunai, I think, but you can kill him in quite a few other ways. Like this, we can make him run upstairs and we can just do another ledge attack. And that's the end of him. This one is a bit longer, and we'll start using more abilities now as well. First we're going to get another skill point, of course. I'm not going to lie, it's very satisfying to see all those skill points in piled up. I was out of energy, so I used my invisibility because I'm not sure if it was even safe to go to some place with a lot of shadows, but actually probably it would be. I could just go to the light, but out of habit I try to avoid it. Right, so let's get this. How much I have? Alright, I still have these to unlock. I'm going to unlock Shadow Kill, which gets you a use back of one of the abilities, like I said in the beginning. Okay, that guy isn't supposed to see me yet. I was careless. Take some distance. Wait till he becomes unsuspicious. He's turning back, okay. Wait a little bit. This way I can attack all three of them, and this ability allows me to kill everyone that is within range. So if I could technically bring every enemy on this map here, I could kill them all with that one ability, with the one use. It's very strong, but usually I think the max that I've managed to get with one use is 4. We will get another replenish to our abilities again, so we can just run by invisible, preferably only after you've turned invisible, and not before like I just did. I can just go past here. This shouldn't be alert, that's because I was seen before I turned invisible. Just be careful, because there are a lot of guys running around and looking around here. But same old, you don't actually even need your invisibility for this, you can just teleport like this. And that's past the first part of this section. Now you just go here to get another skill point. from bush to bush, because no one can see you in bushes. I'm actually going to use another use of this here. Yeah, I'm going to use another use of this here, because there's this guy who can see you if you pass over here. So now we're going to have to be a bit patient. I could use invisibility to go past him actually, I didn't think of that just until now. But we can also just wait. It's not a bad thing to use it for everything, but it might be fun to not use it as a safe way to do everything. There's this guy, we can also just ignore him because we only need to go past him over here. And there's no one else in this building. There is an archer, I think, on this level, maybe one above. But he's here, so he can hear you, but you're not going to run into him. If you make too much noise, he might go on, might alert everyone to the fact that there's someone running around, but that's about it. I don't go that way just to be sure, because I'm not sure if it's actually safe to land there, and I haven't really tried it. But going this way, it's not much of a roundabout way to go there. Right. This space, I definitely recommend using this ability to keep track of everyone, because you need to go in here to be able to grab a skill point. Got the skill point. There's still this orb. I need to be careful of the guy over here on the left, because he goes between that spot and the spot where you find the skill point. And now we just go invisible once we get up top there, so we can spare the stamina a little bit. And now we just run out. We should have another use. Do we have another? I'm going to be careful because I'm not sure if I have another use left. Yeah, we have another one. Can just walk past this guy down. Teleport here, go to here, and that's the end of this level. It's just one of the longer walks till the end. This is the last normal level. After this, there's a sort of semi-boss fight, and then it's the final boss fight. This level, when I was just doing it casually and just trying some things out and having fun, I actually struggled a lot with it, because I was not being careful enough to actually do it properly. So we're going to start with this. Now I'm going to lay this down. So it's important to know where everyone is. Now we're just going to attract attention of 4 people. We wait till all 4 of them are on the spots, and then we can just all make them disappear. At least if they are all coming. No? Okay, one guy isn't coming. The guy got suspicious because he saw people disappear, but as you can see, it's a short-lived thing, just a phase. We've got to bait this to be able to go through above, and now we go back to the first part of this level. Good kill of all the enemies here, which is pretty safe, but it's not necessary. We've got all our abilities, so killing everyone is an actual option now. I just don't recommend it without all your abilities, because you don't really have anything to, but depends on how many you have. But if you don't have that much abilities, you don't necessarily have enough to cover for yourself in case you mess up. spice it up a little. Instead of going invisible, I'm going to use this ability. It blinds enemies, and the upgrade for it made it work at a farther distance. Oop. Okay, well that was not very smart of me. No! Fuck. Well, that was just straight up stupid. That was stupid of me. I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to blame it on the nerfs. I should have at least gone invisible or something. If I'd gone invisible, I could have avoided it. But now I'm kind of mad at myself because I've never made that mistake before. I'm just going to go ahead and to be sure. Okay, now we're going to have to be careful. First things first. Get a use of an ability back from this guy. I need this. So we're going to shadow kill this guy as well. I'm going to wait a little bit because I want to get closer to get as many people within one use of mobility. That should be fine. Okay, in this area I do actually kill everyone because, as I said before, I have too much struggles getting through this casually that I don't want to take this. So I lure this guy. The archer also saw it, but in that spot he won't be able to see me, so in that regard it's fine. Just get ready to teleport behind him and shadow kill him. I did expect him to come a bit farther, but it turned out alright. As much as I would like to, we can't kill the archer with the kunai there because there's other guys that will see it and then alert the whole area. Nice. Have him. Want to take the risk of charging up the shadow attack, so I just went for a normal one and I just finished his body after to compensate. This guy can easily shadow kill. I'm going to use this again to make sure I have everyone that's left. This guy. Actually, let me check on my skill point. I still need one skill point, and then we're fine. Let's see. Oh, I remember. Put this here. A lot of people are attracted to that sound. I hope he doesn't stop being close till the other guy gets there. Oh, that's what. And he noticed. And also fast enough at that. I'm gonna wait this out for a bit to be sure. I'm going to actually have to take a quick break. I'm very sorry, but I underestimated the amount of water I drank, so very sorry. Alright, I'm back. I'm very sorry about that. Alright, let's see whether I have test. There's something to lose. Okay, very good. So this one first. Now I need to be careful because I don't know how well the other archer will see this. Okay, you didn't see that at all, very good. Now I need to wait a little bit. Okay, this area is clear now. So this isn't actually the last part yet of this level. I forgot the scout point. But no, did I? Oh, they took it. Never mind. Never mind. I stuck up on skulls, but I shouldn't need too many. From now on, it's also no more skull points, so it's straight to the objective. But it's fine. I'm far enough away. I'm going to here because it at very least feels less risky. I don't think I come in their line of sight. The other way around, I need to loot on my way, which makes it riskier. You can just go past this guy and actually use this, so you know where everyone is in this building, and then you can just go straight past them. Nope. I forgot where I need to point it. Okay. Well, I didn't know about that. We just jumped from the second or third floor all the way down to kill someone. No, nothing there, nothing there. So I just teleported fast enough so that I wouldn't fall down again. And this is the end of the level. Unfortunately, I did get hit here once. But let's keep it at once, shall we? Right, so this is the semi-boss level. This archer will constantly be keeping her eye on us, and she'll be able to pinpoint our location better than the other captain. Oh, no, I'm out of power. Okay. We're going to use this to draw her attention away from this location, but first I need to save up some stamina. The constant lightning flashes will make it so that we don't always stay in the dark, and occasionally we'll be lit up and use a bit of lose a bit of stamina. I can actually use this again to draw attention away. Let's go, sir. She'll teleport. Then go here. Get this ready just in case you need extra stamina. Go up here. Get close enough and she'll make you teleport away. And then the best way is to actually go down, because you can actually hide very close to the rocks from her. And then the way to go here is just to run and teleport. And that way she can't keep up. The next part is going to be less about her, and there's going to be actual other grunts walking around, which you need to be careful of. As you can see in this map, there's also actually skill points, but as I said, we don't chase those anymore. So we go here and up there, and now we are in the safe spot. We go over here to use our Hanmoku to see where everyone is. Then we go in a little bit of a roundabout way to stay out of everyone's sights. Unless of course something like that happens, but I can go through here and avoid that guy. Ah, here's one of the spot points. I need to take care of this guy. And they noticed that. I was hoping they wouldn't. Sometimes, I guess when I'm fast enough, they don't notice it. Okay, I don't normally do it like this, but I'm being a bit impatient because she can still see you through the visibility, because she can sense your location. So I would actually ideally like to. No, that's not good. No, okay, I'm messing up so bad. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I need to get everyone's location again. Oh, here again. It's fine. Okay, so this is going way better now. Just no. This and this. Yeah, this is way more like I usually do. I don't know why I was messing up. Right. So we'll use this later. We have to go to two sides now to get this barrier down. Going to take care of two guys here. Goodbye, lure them, then away. Only one guy. Where's the other guy? It's right next to it. We'll just do it this way then. The body doesn't matter again, because none of the other guns will see it. And she knows already that we're here. Now we just need to go back. We do need to be careful now, but we can use a visibility to cut past the grunts and keep moving for the archer, because she will of course still be able to track you. Right, so that's one side, now the next one. The next one, I'm not sure. Sometimes I feel like this one is easier, other times it feels a bit more difficult, but that's just me. Because you can actually go between the rose bushes here. Now the archer actually disappears, so I can just turn invisible and run all the way back. No need to be scared for anything. Now it's just a bit of a long walk up. Alright, next one is the last one. It's going to be the final boss fight. I hope I don't mess up here either. But I know what to do here, so it should be fine. But let's keep it at should be. Right, so she has the same powers as you. So she can also put down a trap. She's also sort of invisible in the shadows. There she is. So that's her trap she put down. Oh, nice. You can only hit her with a kind of attack once. So I can't use the ledge skill anymore to damage her. There she is. Use kunai to damage her. Okay, I need to damage her one more time. I can do this with Shine. I can also just get behind her and attack her. Nice, okay, she walked into it. It's a bit of a 50-50, but whether or not I can use it. This is her final stage. Just get on this lamp, wait till she does this attack, and now you can just air attack her. And that's it. That's how you should do it at best. Don't make the same mistakes I did. There were some actually pretty basic mistakes which I should not have done. But yeah, that's it.